Hi guys, so one of the most important ports in Britain, Felixstowe, last week saw a slight reduction in the blockage there. But the sector has issued a new warning about shipments being delayed and therefore reduced consumer choice, not ending this year but going into 2022. Ships filled with containers of goods such as electronic items, toys and furniture to name a few are being turned away from the port. This is due of course to the supply chain disaster post Brexit. There are shortages baked in over the next number of months, but it looks likely that it won't get better for some time. Andrew Opie, the British Retail Consortium's Director of Food and Sustainability said, and I quote, "Further disruption may be unavoidable." You see, over a third of Britain's freight container traffic passes through Felixstowe, and the port is struggling at the moment to deal with the huge backlog of ships which are unable to deliver their cargo. Containers which have to be released are still waiting to be taken away. This means that the owners are being charged fees. The cause of the problem, well, we all know, the lack of heavy goods vehicle drivers. A number of freight companies have already had to rely on ports in the European Union as Felixstowe was full and was forced to redirect ships to the continent. So what sort of things will be in short supply this Christmas? Well, when it comes to toys, the UK's biggest toy company, The Entertainer, has said that supplies of Barbie dolls and Paw Patrol toys will suffer as a consequence of the container problem. But Brexiteers have already said that toys and turkeys aren't really the true meaning of Christmas. The Port of Felixstowe and the Department for Transport said that things had improved over the last number of days. However, the problems seen at the port are part of a bigger and wider problem facing British supply chains. Duncan Buchanan of the Road Haulage Association on Monday told the Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy Select Committee in Westminster that it would take at least another year for supply chains to recover. While this was bad, the message from the Food and Drinks Federation was even worse. Its head, Ian Wright, told MPs, every single business in his sector is expecting these problems to persist well into 2023 and 2024. So another 2 years of Brexit joy. Well, Jacob Rees-Mogg did say the benefits would be felt in 50 years. Even the logistics master Amazon has advised customers to place their Christmas orders at least 1 month early this year, as it struggles to get the staff it needs and the drivers required to deliver goods this Christmas. There is some pressure coming from the opposition over this, however. The Shadow Transport Secretary Jim McMahon demanded answers from the Secretary of State Grant Shapps on how the government plans to fix the problem of Felixstowe in time for Christmas. To this end, how will you ensure a second Christmas is not ruined for the nation? That Christmas toys, food and supplies do get into the country to meet demand. He wrote this in a letter to the government. In a demonstration of how inept the Brexiteer government response to all of this is, the Department for Transport Freight Council hasn't officially met since June to discuss the problem. You would imagine they would be meeting weekly if not daily to come up with solutions. No, 3 months has passed without it being called. The current and near future picture of the British economy is this: reduced choice, higher prices and supply chains limping from one crisis to another. Higher prices are linked to the higher wages companies are being forced to pay due to the lack of staff available. While Brexiteers claim that this is a Brexit dividend, they refuse to admit that the shortages are actually down to Brexit. But either way, higher wages for some will mean higher prices for more, and this will once again impact those most on low incomes and universal credit. Sadly, some shortages will not be temporary but permanent. This is what the head of the Food and Drinks Federation has been saying for some months now. Certain goods will either disappear or will have to be replaced with other brands. So ironic that Brexiteers sold leaving the European Union as having freedom over Britain's destiny. I guess we didn't expect that liberty to include the choice to have no choice. Brexit is also hitting just-in-time supply chains. This was something predicted by experts in the industry long before the referendum. According to the same people, it's no longer working and may never work again. Just-in-time has been perfected in the car industry, but Brexit makes it extremely difficult, if not impossible in many cases. While the world is moving forward, Brexiteers have shifted the car into reverse. Boris Johnson may need a big distraction in time for Christmas, as shortages of goods are on the cards, and this will be hard to hide. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?